Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Animated Bumblebee. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick. Yeah, let's head box. You can see here, Bumblebee's alt mode, Legacy United, Transformers, all that stuff. It needs to come from the animated universe and all that stuff. Deluxe Class. And on the top here, you have Legacy United. On the side, you have a nice artwork of the robot mode, including the close-up of the face. We'll get into that. On this side, you have half of the line of artwork, including, hey, look, there's Optimus and animated Optimus and everything, and 40 years of Transformers. On the bottom, you have manufacturing details and what's included. And, of course, on the back, you have copyrights, warnings, and some product shots, and there you go. You also have the instructions, which for this one, you kind of need. He's actually more complicated than you might think he is. Just because, well, I think that's one of the things you'll notice is he's kind of on the diminutive side. Yeah. Bumblebee, animated Bumblebee here. He is, yes, based on, well, animated Bumblebee, and you can see, yeah, he's got a nice little face there, and that's the thing. The face is the thing that a lot of people are freaking out about because, well, it's too animated now. It's like, yeah, because I remember with Prime RC, you know, for the Legacy, that people were complaining it was not Prime enough. Now this one's too animated, and it's like, you got a little smirk there. I don't know, it's just cute. I don't know what the problem is. I'm like looking at this, like, what's the problem? He looks fine. Like, what's the problem? I saw people saying, only the head's too big, it's too smooth. I don't know what the problem is. It looks fine. It looks like animated Bumblebee. What do you want? What do you want anymore? But anyway, yeah, he's got the little, you know, he's got the little all-about symbol. He's got the black stripe right here. He's got the little window chest, you know, window roof chest thing. He's got his big old yellow tire shoulders and whatnot, the black and yellow and all that stuff. And he's got tires right there and feet. He's got little fake car front and grill in front on his feet right there. It's funny because, yeah, there's the real car grill out there. Yeah, his spoilers folded up back there. He even got the little light right there, the little cherry. Yeah. Because, yeah, it's based on the detective's personal car. But anyway, I only have two complaints about this guy, really, and one of them is pretty much unique to my copy. At least I hope it's unique to my copy. But, yeah, overall, I think, though, he's a really nice-looking, animated Bumblebee, to my opinion. He just looks really nice. Again, head included. I think the head's fine. I don't see the problem. I'm like, it's one of those things, I see people freaking out or something. I'm going, what's the problem? I don't see the problem at all. But, yeah, he does have a couple accessories, namely, he does have the little rockets. They're done in translucent smoky plastic, which is interesting. He has those, and he has little translucent blue stingers. You know, blue and painted silver, and this translucent blue. And you can do a couple things with these. Number one, you can combine them together. There's little peg holes in the back here, which these can peg into, like so, and like so. So you can, you know, hold these as weapons, one way or the other, either rocket booster forward or stinger forward. So you can hold those like this, if you like. Yeah, so you can hold those, you know, those little weapons. Or you can do the other thing, which is, well, one, you can take these rocket booster things and they can peg in the backpack right here. There's little peg holes right there. You can also peg, I think you can peg them right here in the robot mode, but those are more for alt mode. And yeah, you might be able to peg them in. It's going to super limit and everything. So it's just best to peg them in right there. But yeah, you can, yeah. And you can leave the stingers on here as well if you want. You just want to store everything away. But for the stingers, what you can do also is there's a little transformation you can do. You can open this up and rotate the fist in and close that back up. And hey, look, there's a little angled bit with the peg hole. You want to bring that in like so, and you know, do the same thing on this side and do this and close that up. And hey, look, there's another peg hole with an angled bit, and you can bring this in like so. And hey, look, there's a thing here. The stingers here. One has a peg, the other has a hole. You can bring them together. The whole unit right there. You bring those together like so, and then peg those into these little holes on the, well, where the hands are supposed to be. And it's got a little, the problem is, yeah, getting them both to peg in at the same time can be a little tricky sometimes, but it's doable. I mean, you'll see in my thumbnail, like you see on my thumbnail, it's doable. But yeah, now he's a stinger. Now you can shoot, you know, sting like a bumblebee, all that stuff. So there you go. That's pretty neat. It's kind of disappointing you can't like have them. You can have them separate, but the problem is, well, they'll be on a weird angle and stuff. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate. There's nothing, you know, you can just have them separately on the hand. Also, when you ping them together, they get on there pretty tight together. So yeah, it is what it is. But you know, It's not the end of the world, but it's just, you can have them hold them. So it's like, it's still got that weird, like, pseudo G1ification that people complain about, except for when it comes to the head, which, of course, the more G1, the better for some reason, except when not, when it's, I don't know. I'm just getting weird. I'm getting off topic. But anyway, yeah, overall, not too bad with the weapons. I kind of wish there was a little bit more. I wish the stingers could plug in the hands individually and not be in a weird angle or be only half a stinger, but, you can still get the kind of almost the same effect with these as guns and everything, but there you go. And yeah, you can also see he's also a bit on the small side, which again I feel like a lot of it's made up for with complication, not completely, but yeah. But posability wise, head, ball joint. So you got left, right, you got up and down. You actually got quite a lot of up. You do have a smidge of waggle. Well, actually more than a smidge, as it says a bit of a resistance there. Also, it's on a platform, so you can do that every guess if you want. Shoulders are kind of weird because, like, there's this the way it's done is this bit right here, which you kind of get more or less that much forward and you get that much back, and then this thing's on its own thing, which then you get more back there and then more forward here. As long as you the thing is, you just got to be willing to work with it a little bit. You got this outward right here is nice. You got the bicep swivel, although it's kind of the door here bangs in the wheel a bit, unfortunately. At least it can. The elbow can rotate, depending, again, on this wheel thing. You get it rotate about 90 degrees. The wrist cannot swivel. Well, just the camera swivel. I forgot there's a dedicated swivel holding there. I was like, wait, there's no way. Yeah, there's a dedicated wrist swivel. I mean, this little thing, there's a dedicated wrist swivel on this little thing. That's actually kind of impressive, all things considered. But there is a waist swivel. And then you come down here at the hips, there's a forward. That much. I think you get a little bit more forward. Yeah, if you go clear that piece. And that is the problem mine has. Yeah, if you get them a little more outward as well, you can get them pretty high up. You can go pretty far back. You can go outward pretty much all the way and then some, depending on how you got the waist twisted. And yeah, there's a thigh swivel. And you see, yeah, on this one, this leg came right off. Mine has a little QC issue. There's supposed to be a little bit of plastic inside the track there for this that kind of holds lots of in place. On this side, it's nice, smooth down versus this side. It clicks in. This one does not click in. There's nothing really holding this in. So you mess with it at all and it just works itself right out. I'm trying to figure out how I can fix that easily. I might have to add a dab of super glue or something just inside there just to then let it harden and then put this in, and hopefully it'll help hold it in place without making it gluey. So that's a little bit, hopefully that's not a common problem. That's, as far as I can tell, that's just I just got a bad QC thing. So it's just this leg, this one's holding in place, but yeah, unfortunately this leg just doesn't like to stay seated very easily. But yeah, knees though, you got that much bend. That's quite a bit of bend right there. And at the feet, you do have forward, you do have a bit of back technically. Unfortunately, you do have this heel spur, which can help with some poses, and there is tilt, but unfortunately, the shape of the heel right here, you kind of have to push it. Yeah, you have to push past other plastic. It looks like there's a cutout, specifically for this, but it still gets caught on it, or something. Something's getting caught on something, because there's a click, and then it's. Oh, I see. What this is right here. What you see is there's a bit of plastic sticking out right here, which gets caught on this. The little black bit right there. There's a bit of plastic, so it makes me wonder if I can shave that away. But if I shave that away, I suspect that's going to mess something up for the alt mode. So that's fun. That's unfortunate. And yeah, again, this is the big fun thing. That's the one thing that really bothers me, is because I know that's not universal, but it really, it just really ruins it. Otherwise, I would have really liked this toy so much. It's just this one leg does not like to stay on. So it kind of hurts it for me a lot, which is just really frustrating. I haven't heard any other reports about it, so I'm assuming that I'm just going to go and assume that I just got a really just bad QC, just a bad QC issue. So I'm seeing if I can fix that in any way, but I'm not really holding my breath on that. I'm just going to have to assume that, yeah, he's just going to come, the leg's going to come off every once in a while. So anyway, some comparisons. Here he is with, Magnus and Windblade from his wave. You can see how much shorter he is than them. He's a lot more complicated than them. Not as much complicated. He's definitely more complicated than Magnus. A little bit more complicated than Windblade, but Yeah, he's very small, but he's also very dense. You can also notice, if you one thing, he doesn't have a lot of hollowness. Like, his legs are solid, for one thing. Like, his legs are completely solid. His arms are pretty much solid. He doesn't have any, like, hollow bits except for the chest, which is kind of, well, no duh. But yeah, he's got even got a hollow bit in his chest. She's got hollow bits on the wings and everything. You can kind of see, her wing, all that stuff. It's just, it definitely use the budget well for Bumblebee here, but like some people are still going to complain he's too small. Here's compared to the Origins Bumblebee, just for the sake of it, because remember, these are both deluxes. Just now, remember that these are both deluxes. They're the same size. So yeah, it's one of those things. As a stand-in for the Netflix Bumblebee, here's Earthrise Cliffjumper. Again, also small. And here's Legacy Evolution Prowl, animated Prowl. Just to, give you an idea there. And that's, I think that's pretty good. I took the samurai armor off him. Don't need that. Not everyone's going to have that, so there you go. And I don't have the new one yet. He'll be coming soon, but here's the original animated Optimus. I don't have the original animated Bumblebee, so just give you an idea there. So, but yeah, there you go. There, I think that's kind of close-ish. We'll see. Again, the new one's coming. I'll be ready with that for that. So, there you go. So yeah, that's Bumblebee's robot mode. Again, largely pretty darn good. The only real problems I have are the ankles tilts are weird, and on mine, one of the legs comes off really easily. But that's hopefully just a singular copy issue, not a very widespread issue. The other thing, as I say, the weapons maybe just it's a little disappointing how the stingers don't really, you can't use them really on the individual hands without using the rocket pods too. But there you go. So yeah, transformation though. For that, you go, of course, make sure to take off all the accessories if you haven't already. Let's get those off to the side. So now, first thing is you want to go ahead and untab this chest right here. Untab that and just kind of get that up and around and up right here like that. So you complete the whole car bit. And then right here, what you want to do is open these up, rotate the hands inward, and then close up, and then leave that open like that. And rotate that like so, and just kind of leave it like that for now. We'll come back to it later. Open that up, rotate the hand in, and then just leave this like that, and then rotate it like this. And this, again, we're going to leave that like that for now. Rotate the waist around to 180, and hopefully you won't have this problem too. You take the heel spurs here and close those up like that. Just close those in like so. And right here, what you want to do is open this up, and already the legs come off. Yep, open that up. Open this up. Rotate that in. Rotate this around. Bring this in, rotate this around 180 degrees. Get the leg back on there. And then take this panel and close this back up like that. Same thing on this side. Open this up, close this in, rotate the foot up like this, rotate this side panel 180 degrees, and then close up this bit right here. And go ahead and take the legs and then tab them together like so. And then this right here, there's a hinge here, which you go ahead and bring this all, you untab this and bring this all forward like so. And these tabs right here will go into slots right there, like this. And then with the arms, what you want to do is, they're on the hinges, multiple hinges. You want to bring those hinges back like so, and bring them inward, and then also bring this up. And this will kind of bring the wheel well up with it. And right here, this tab will kind of go into this little, there's a little tiny slot right there, if everything's lined up, it will, go into, yeah. And make sure also this is all the way up as well. Okay, this right here is a little plastic, but make sure that's all the way up, and then try to get that up and in there. There we go. Got that up in there and there, and then that'll tab in right there underneath all that stuff. And then same with this thing on this side. Bring this back on these hinges like so. Make sure it goes all the way, and also make sure that bring this forward enough. And bring the wheel up and forward like this. Make sure to bring this up. So I might have to bring this out a little bit. Yeah, bring this up and then bring it all in and collapse that up and tab that in right there, like so. I'll do that. And then right here, you go ahead and take this, untab this, unfold this, bring this down, and this will tab into the sides of the wheel wells once you get all lined up like that. And there you go. There's Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. And yeah, it's a nice little hatchback alt mode. Again, it's nice silver rims right there. You saw the nice black stripe there. It's not, lined up perfectly, but, it works pretty well. You got the front end, you got some silver headlights. The grill is not painted at all, unfortunately. You got, the upper grill and the lower grill is very much painted. Nothing back here. You got some tail lights right there, but they don't paint or anything. Again, the cherry right there. You got the Autobot symbol again. There is a bit of a mismatch, but nothing too egregious. At least in person, might appear a little bit different on camera. I'm not sure yet. But in person, this mismatch isn't too bad. But overall, it's nice. Translucent windows and everything, which is going to have some people that always, once again, that does that whole the argument about translucent windows and whatnot. That's a bit of a thing still, unfortunately. Also, this side's not quite sitting properly, and I don't know why. But yeah, overall, it's pretty nice. Rolls pretty well. Ground clearance is great. The ground clearance is great and everything. And yeah, once again, you can take the, just like that one time in the show, take the boosters. Actually, I think it was multiple times, but towards the end. You take the little boosters and attach them to the side there if you want. And of course, you can also, I guess, as rocket trails for whatever you just kind of peg those in. Yeah, again, the kind of shallow pegs, and they're not, one of them's particular, that one is not particularly tight, but yeah, you can get the whole rocket booster thing going if you want, and there you go. There's your lot. Looks pretty good overall, in my opinion. It's a nice little car, but some comparisons real quick again. Here are the wave mates, Magnus and Windblade. Scale is here. It's kind of in scale with the truck with Magnus here. Also, there we go. He's kind of in scale with Magnus. Yeah, this hatchback in the truck. Yeah, that seems about right. Here he is with Origins Bumblebee. Yeah, it's also, again, kind of in scale. Here's, again, the Earthrise Cliff Jumper, standing in for Netflix B. And yeah, again, it's just, the scale is right, I guess. Hatchbacks are kind of weird. So yeah, I think this is kind of a scale-ish, close enough anyway. And here's Animated Prowl, Legacy version. Again, sans armor, but, definitely not in scale, but that's just how it is. And here's the original animated Optimus. Just, again, until... Yeah, when that new one comes, I'm definitely going to have some comparisons there. But yeah. Scale here is, probably. Yeah, hatchback in a semi-truck, flyer truck thing. Yeah, I think this is close-ish right here. So there you go. And that's your lot, really. So yeah, Animated Bumblebee here. Overall, again, he's pretty good, except he is a deluxe, and he's also on the small side. That's definitely going to put people off of how small he is. You saw how small he was compared to the other deluxes I've reviewed so far, and he's small. He's as big as the other deluxe Bumblebees and whatnot we've had so far, but he doesn't seem to have the same, and his engineering is actually more complex than I thought it would be, and he is also more solid. He doesn't have to come with any of the extras like, say, the Netflix Bumblebee did, or Earthrise Cliff Jumper in this case. But he has a pretty clever transformation. Actually, I actually really like the transformation for the most part, except for the fact that, of course, mine has a leg that just comes off really easily. That's the biggest problem, but that's a one-off QC thing. So as a whole, I think he's a good toy, except just mine, I just got a bad one. I'm not sure if there's any widespread QC issues or anything. It doesn't seem like most of the time I've seen complaints are the head and his size. Either his size or his head are the big complaints, and I don't mind the head and the size. Yeah, it's a bit small, but I feel like his complexity somewhat works out for well. And again, he's a solid figure overall. He doesn't have a lot of empty, gappy spots or anything. So that's another big positive for him. So I think he uses pretty much the same amount of plastic as most of the deluxes. It's just, more tightly compressed. So, there's that. But he's a good figure, but $25 might put you off a bit because of his size. Or you're just not into animated, and that's okay. But if this interests you, give it a shot. So, that's it for this video. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.